Lena Moore never imagined her life would change because of a mistake on a rental website. At 26, she was independent, cautious, and exhausted from trying to survive in a city that demanded too much and gave too little in return. When she signed a short-term lease for a private apartment, she expected peace, solitude, and a chance to rebuild after a painful breakup. What she didn't expect was to unlock the door on moving day and find a man already standing in the living room, holding a mug of coffee and staring at her like she was the intruder. That man was Ryan Cole, and from the first moment, it was clear neither of them was happy about the situation. Ryan was blunt, reserved, and visibly irritated, while Lena was defensive, confused, and furious. After several heated phone calls, they discovered the truth: the landlord had double-booked the apartment. With both of them locked into contracts they couldn't afford to break, the only option was to share the space temporarily. Neither of them liked the idea, but life didn't care about comfort. The first week was unbearable. They divided the apartment like enemy territory, marking shelves, scheduling bathroom time, and barely speaking unless absolutely necessary. Ryan worked as an architect, often late into the night, while Lena freelanced from home. Her laptop always open, her headphones always on. Every sound felt amplified: the clink of dishes, the hum of music, the closing of doors. Tension filled the air, thick and constant. Lena saw Ryan as cold and arrogant. Ryan saw Lena as loud and intrusive. Neither wanted to admit that beneath the annoyance there was curiosity. Ryan noticed how focused Lena became when she worked, how she bit her lip when thinking, how she always watered the plant near the window even when she was exhausted. Lena noticed how Ryan cooked real meals instead of ordering food, how he checked the locks twice every night, how he quietly fed a stray cat outside the building. Slowly, without permission, their lives began to overlap. A shared grocery run turned into an awkward conversation. A broken heater led to laughter as they tried to fix it together. One night, a storm knocked out the power, forcing them into the same room with nothing but candlelight and honesty. Ryan admitted he hated silence because it reminded him of growing up alone. Lena admitted she feared being abandoned because everyone she loved eventually left. The walls between them cracked. From that night on, things changed. Arguments softened into teasing. Shared dinners replaced separate meals. Ryan started waiting for Lena to finish work before watching shows they both secretly enjoyed. Lena found herself listening for his footsteps when he came home late. What neither of them said out loud was growing louder every day. This was no longer just about surviving as roommates. But love rarely grows without resistance. Lena received an offer for a full-time job in another city, a chance she had worked toward for years. Fear wrapped around her heart. She wanted the job, but the thought of leaving Ryan hurt more than she expected. Instead of talking to him, she pulled away, convincing herself emotions were a distraction. Ryan felt the distance immediately. The warmth between them faded, replaced by unspoken tension. When the truth finally came out, it came with anger. Ryan accused Lena of treating him like a temporary convenience. Lena accused Ryan of never letting anyone stay. Words cut deep, exposing fears neither wanted to face. That night, Lena packed her bags, deciding it was easier to leave than to risk heartbreak. The apartment felt empty without her. Ryan realized too late that the place he once guarded so fiercely had become home because of her. He thought about her laughter, her presence, the way she had unknowingly filled the loneliness he never admitted. For the first time in years, Ryan chose vulnerability over pride. He found Lena before she left the city. Standing in front of her, stripped of sarcasm and walls, Ryan confessed that loving her had been unexpected but real. He didn't promise perfection, only honesty, effort, and courage. Lena saw fear in his eyes, but also truth. Love didn't erase their problems. It didn't magically solve everything. But it gave them something stronger than fear choice. Lena accepted the job and stayed. Ryan supported her. They learned that love doesn't always arrive dramatically. Sometimes it comes disguised as inconvenience, misunderstanding, and forced proximity. Months later, as they sat together in the same living room where they once argued over space, Lena smiled at the irony. The roommate she never wanted had become the love she never planned for. And Ryan realized that the most unexpected thing in his life wasn't sharing an apartment, it was sharing his heart.